When the other trees had lost all their leaves, the evergreens were still looking green and strong. They represented a promise of life, even during the coldest and darkest season.
Hey guys, Christopher, Norse Rain. We're getting close to Christmas, so today I want to talk about the Yule traditions from the Viking Age. As you might know, a lot of the Christmas traditions we have today are based on pagan Yule traditions. And although they have a lot of similarities, the modern Christmas traditions have been modified to fit a Christian framework. However, I'm proud of my heathen heritage and a proponent of pagan beliefs, so I have made a list of 10 ways to celebrate Yule as a Viking. In case you're new to the channel, I'm posting new content every Sunday. It's videos about Viking history, Norse mythology, reporting on Viking news in the media, looking at Viking culture today, and probably my favorite, traveling to historical places from the Viking Age. Now, if you enjoy that kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for the algorithm. It helps me out making more of this kind of content. And I'm also quite new to the world of YouTube, so at this point I'm just very thankful for each and every new subscriber that I get. So I just want to say appreciate all the support so far and the support to come. Thanks. Okay, without any further ado, here are 10 ways to celebrate Yule like a Viking.
12-day feast. Yule starts on winter solstice, also known as midwinter. From this date, the 21st of December, the days grow longer and the nights grow shorter. The feast lasts for 12 days and ends on January 1st, so it's also a celebration of transitioning from one year to another. The actual duration of the feast would not always last for the entirety of 12 days though. According to written sources, it could last for only 3 days or for as long as there was still alcohol left. Bloott. It was an ancient custom that when a blood sacrifice was to be made, all farmers were to come to the heathen temple, the Hof, and bring along with them animals like pigs or horses to be sacrificed and later served at the feast. The sacrificial blood was called LOT, and LOT-bolli, the vessel holding the blood, and LOT-einar, the sacrificial twigs. These were fashioned like sprinklers and used to smear blood all over the pedestals of the Norse idols, and also the walls of the temple, within and without. The people at the Bloott were also to be sprinkled with blood. Norse heathen communities today still perform Blootts, but it has become more common to perform the Bloott with goods like food and drink instead of animals. Yule tree. The evergreens of the Scandinavian forests were a potent symbol of life for the Vikings. When the other trees had lost all their leaves, the evergreens were still looking green and strong. They represented a promise of life, even during the coldest and darkest season. The Vikings would decorate the trees with small offerings, like carvings, food, and clothes, to encourage the tree spirits to return in the spring. They also believed that these evergreens were the sun god Baldur's special plant. Yule wreath. In honor of the winter solstice, Vikings created giant sun wheels. After crafting the sun wheel, it would be set ablaze and rolled down a hill to welcome the coming of the sun. It is speculated that the sun wheel is the ancestor of the modern Christmas wreath on the door. Yule log. A long oak tree was carved with runes to wish for the protection of the gods and burned for the duration of the celebration. To let it go out was said to be a bad omen and a sign of bad luck to come. The Vikings would save a piece of the log for next year's fire. Yule boar, also known as the Sonargolter, was the boar sacrificed as part of the Yule celebration. Oaths were made on the bristles of the boar, a tradition known as heitstringing. Examples of this can be found in Ynglinga saga and the saga of Hervor and Heidrek. Yule ham is still very popular during the Scandinavian yuletide, but the practice of heitstringing is no longer a thing. Hnefatafl. Although no sources substantiate this, it is likely that board games like Hnefatafl were used during Yuletide. The game is also known as the Viking game, the King's Table, or just Tafl, and would create both joy and extreme frustration during the celebrations, just like board games do today. JOLNIR. During the Yule celebrations, someone would be selected to dress up as JOLNIR, Old Man Winter, a white-bearded man dressed in a hooded fur coat. This individual would travel around the community, joining in with the various celebrations. Sometimes he walked, sometimes he rode a horse. You probably know him by his other name, Odin. This figure, when introduced into England while parts were under Viking rule, soon became the modern Father Christmas. Yule goat. The Yule goat was also one of the most important parts of the Viking Yule. The Viking Yule goat is related to a pair of goats belonging to Thor, god of thunder and lightning. In Norse mythology, a pair of goats pulled Thor's chariots across the sky, making the sound of thunder. In Scandinavia, it is still custom to decorate with Yule goats, often made out of straw. Also, it is believed that young men often dressed up in goatskin, going from house to house and singing along. In return, the young men would get a reward like food and drink, similar to Christmas caroling. We still have this tradition in Norway today, to go julebukk, though the goatskin outfit is not very common any longer. Mead and ale. The expression to drink Yule was synonymous to celebrate Yule. Drinking was a big part of the celebration, and both mead and ale were consumed. People of notable power might have also indulged in wine from southern Europe. The distillation process of alcohol hadn't yet been discovered, so the beverages would be from 10 to 20% proof. According to Snorre, the first toast would always be to Odin for victory and power. Then followed a toast to Freyr, the god of fertility. Often a toast to the skaldic god Brage was also included to secure the entertainment for the rest of the feast.
And that is 10 ways to celebrate Yule like a Viking. So, how about you guys? Are you planning to celebrate like a heathen this Christmas? Do you have any other Norse traditions that you celebrate? Or do you have any traditions that you definitely don't celebrate? Let me know in the comment section below. Wrapping it up there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I wish you all a very happy Yuletide, and I will see you on the next one.